guys, it is Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video. And today I'm here to present to you What If Naruto Ate the You No Mi, Part 2. This is the remastered version, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'm gonna be posting a lot more often, if I can. With all the stuff I'm busy with right now, it's pretty hard to say, but I'll do my best. But without further ado, let's finally begin the story. So where I left off last time is where Kakashi was actually in the hospital for a whole month, due to Naruto absolutely obliterating Kakashi. Since Naruto is now a behemoth, like an absolute monster, he is the strongest out of his whole team. No cap, strongest out of his whole team. As missions did start, as Naruto and like Sasuke and Sakura did do some missions. And without Kakashi, they had a replacement Jonin for the whole month. For the whole time that Kakashi was absent. But during when Kakashi was actually absent, there was a C rank mission that was given to them, the Land of Waves, or the Land of Waves arc. That's basically the mission that they were given. And Yamato was their sensei for the time being. As they went on the mission, as the old man or Tazuna did insult the team, but did not dare to insult Naruto. Naruto is showing absolute no fear and looks like an absolute beast. So Tazuna didn't want to mess with Naruto. But we move, as when they went to the village gates, Tazuna did apologize for him being a little drunk at the time, since it's been a while since he had some sake, but that's not the point. We move forward, as it's been like at least 30 minutes or so, as they continue walking. But Naruto, Yamato had realized that there's a puddle up ahead, and it's the dry season and there shouldn't be puddles or any rainfall that could cause puddles during this time. So Naruto and Yamato did get pretty suspicious, but Naruto already was on his guard and just grabbed his club. Basically, his club was pretty big, so he grabbed it. As the Demon Brothers came out of the puddles, trying to aim for their sensei, and it did work, but Yamato turned into wood. Well, yeah, since he has the wood release, as it was a substitution. As Naruto finished both of them with one quick hit of his, club, as Naruto hit them with a Thunder Strike, as both of those two Demon Brothers are now completely immobilized. As Naruto looks at them saying, pretty weak. Don't even know how you guys are called Chunin. As Naruto, picks them up, seals them in a scroll, since these two are worth a lot of money, and gives it to his sensei, as they continue moving forward. As the Land of Waves arc is shortly beginning, as they've made it pretty close to the village, but there's a lot of fog in the area, as the fog keeps increasing. As Yamato asks Tazuna if this is normal, as Tazuna says, yeah, this is pretty normal around these parts. There are a lot of foggy areas. But Yamato and Naruto still have a creepy suspicion that this is not normal, as this is way more fog than what they've seen before. As Yamato can sense, and so can Naruto, a massive blade that's gonna cut them all up into tiny pieces if they don't dodge. As Yamato and the rest, Yamato tells them to duck, as they all duck in time, as a blade, spinning at such speeds, lands, planted firmly within a tree. As the one known as the Demon of the Mist lands on the blade, saying, so you must be. I thought Kakashi was your Jonin team leader, but I guess I must have been mistaken. The information I was given must have been wrong. But anyways, whoever Jonin teacher you are, you're still gonna lose. As Zabuza gets ready to fight, but Yamato was gonna fight, but Naruto puts his hand out, saying, let me handle this. As Naruto basically takes out his club again, spins it around and says, get ready for one hell of a ride, Zabuza. As Naruto and Zabuza begin clashing with their club and sword, as each blow created a shockwave. All their attacks were pretty strong, but Naruto had the overall offensive capability, So Naruto is right now just beating Zabuza. But Zabuza soon tried to use some like jutsus and all. And Naruto has one weakness. One weakness. All devil fruit users have one weakness, and that's water. As Naruto did not know how to, water walk just yet. Naruto didn't know how to do that. As Naruto looks at the water and the water dragon that Zabuza was making, as he starts to panic a little, saying, "Damn it! If he hits me with that, I'll be immobilized." As Naruto thinks of a quick strategy, as he spins his club around really, really fast, as the water dragon collides with his spinning club, as the spinning club basically cancels out the water dragon, as Naruto slams his club on the ground, saying, "I've had enough of you, Zabuza. It's time for you to go." As Naruto is covered with a blinding light, as electricity starts to come off of Naruto, as Naruto looks like he's growing and growing, as Naruto has turned into a dragon, an actual dragon, as Sakura, Sasuke, and Yamato are so confusing. A dragon? What is this? As Naruto looks down, breathing heavily, saying, "It's time to go, Zabuza." As Naruto just does, those mini fire blasts that Kaido did, and instantly destroys Zabuza with just one of those things. Zabuza completely incapacitated as Naruto goes back to his normal size, saying, "I didn't think I'd have to use that." As well, they move along and go to the village, as Zabuza was left there. And, well, they did have an encounter with a tracking ninja, so the tracking ninja took them, but took Zabuza away. But we move. As well, they start doing a build, the bridge builder Tazana started to build the bridge, as Naruto and the rest of Team 7 start to take turns of watching the bridge just in case anyone tries to attack yet again. But Naruto learns a few things from Yamato, water walking and tree walking, and Naruto is very thankful for this, since Naruto absolutely cannot be in water. If he is in water, then he's probably gonna die. That's like, because he can't swim, he'll probably die. So Naruto, well, he uses this time to train a lot more, perfect his strength, perfect everything he has, as Naruto is an absolute brute now. With only just the swing of his club, he can destroy a lot of stuff. But anyways, that's not the point here. But we move, as Naruto was watching the bridge, as, I can't believe I forgot his name. Gato, there you go, Gato. Gato decided to attack the bridge, stopping the building process, as Gato has a lot of men. But, Naruto was gonna step up, but Sasuke and Sakura decided to take them all out. And Sasuke actually has gotten a lot stronger. Naruto sees this, but not strong enough to actually take on Naruto, as Naruto is just too OP and too strong. But we move, as Sakura does have a little fight, and we move from this incident, as that whole thing is finished. As, they finished the bridge, and the bridge was called the Great Naruto Bridge, since Naruto did a lot of helping during the past few, days or weeks. As Naruto and the rest of Team 7 decided to head out and go back to the Leaf, as Yamato heads to the Hokage office and tells the Hokage, or the third Hokage, Hiruzen, about Naruto's accomplishments and how strong Naruto is. As, well, some of Danzo's men were actually listening in, and they decided to report this to Danzo, as Hiruzen knows that Danzo might be listening in on this. So, Hiruzen decides to make Naruto a Jonin. Yeah, decides to make Naruto a Jonin off rip. Naruto's confusing. A Jonin already? As Naruto just sighs, saying, "I guess, why not?" As Naruto, gets the vest and everything. Doesn't wear it since he doesn't really like it. As he just takes it with him, though. He just seals the vest and, keeps the scroll with him. But we move, as, well, The tuning exams are gonna start pretty soon, as, well, Kakashi actually is finally healed after a little while, as they inform the team, but Kakashi wasn't informed that Naruto was actually a Jonin, as Naruto looks at the rest of them saying, I'm not gonna participate, as Sasuke looks at Naruto and grabs him by, his little, his collar or something, as Sasuke looks at Naruto saying, actually, Sasuke can't grab him by his collar because Naruto's, like, shirtless. I think I said he was shirtless, yeah. He was shirtless and had that cape behind him. As, Sasuke just runs up to him saying, Naruto, don't be selfish. Come on, Naruto. Help us out here. Do the Chunin exams with us. As, Naruto looks at Sasuke saying, sorry, I can't do that. Lord Third has forbidden me to do so. And since I'm a Jonin, I can't even participate. As Kakashi's confused, so is the other saying, what? You're a Jonin? As Naruto looks at him saying, yeah, I'm a Jonin now. I'm the same rank as Kakashi Sensei, so I can't participate. So you two have to do this on your own. As, Sasuke is just even more furious, saying, Naruto is getting ahead of me yet again in rank and power. As Sasuke decides to train for the whole week that they had off. As during that week they had the tuning exams. And the first exams were the tests. Not gonna cover that since it basically goes the exact same. The second test, the Forest of Death. Well, they got the Heaven Scroll and they were just moving along through the Forest of Death. As Orochimaru was there and was looking an eye out for, Sasuke. As Orochimaru didn't know about Naruto's special capabilities, because if he did, he would decide to take Naruto instead. But we move. As, they did manage to get the scroll, or the Earth Scroll, but they had to sacrifice one of their most, the actually most powerful person on the team without Naruto. And that would be Sasuke. Sasuke was given the curse mark. That curse mark gave Sasuke power, but Sasuke was now a little different. But we move. As, the preliminaries begin, as Sasuke was up against the same guy he was against last time, defeats him the same way. Sakura against Ino, same way. All that goes exactly the same. So Sasuke is up against Gaara like before. And Neji, he's up against some random shinobi. Neji obviously wins, takes Chunin rank. Sasuke, on the other hand, trains with Kakashi, learns the Chidori. As I'm gonna go into a bit more detail with Sasuke's fight. As when the fight begins, Gaara stands there, and Sand rushes towards Sasuke, as Sasuke moves at the speed that Rock Lee moves at. As he did fight Rock Lee, but I didn't decide to cover it, because it will end in the same way anyway, as, Rock Lee rocked Sasuke, bro. Rock Lee turned Sasuke into a vegetable, but we move. As Sasuke, starts doing the same moves and taijutsu moves as Lee, trying to be fast and try to take out Gaara with speed alone, but that isn't enough. As Sasuke goes up against the wall and uses the Chidori and rushes down in insane speeds, as Gaara, instead of making like a massive dome around himself, he decides to make a sand tsunami. And the sand tsunami covered where Sasuke was gonna go. As Sasuke looks at it saying, damn it, I'm too close. As Sasuke decides to jab his Chidori straight through it, as, he did manage to break a little hole through it, but he was hit with the rest of the sand tsunami. As Sasuke starts rolling on the ground, as, he does a substitution, as he's back on the wall and charges another Chidori, as he jumps and lunges towards Gaara. But Gaara, since that move looks pretty dangerous, he knows what he has to do. As, Sasuke is using the Sharingan, but in midair, you can't really dodge something in midair, since Sasuke isn't as strong as he isn't as strong as, the Shippuden Sasuke, who could probably dodge a few things in midair. So Gaara managed to grab Sasuke's legs and his torso, stopping him right in front of Gaara's face, and holding, his other hand with the sand, and stopping the Chidori. As Sasuke was absolutely brutalized in the arena, as Sasuke was tossed around like a rag doll, losing the match, as, well, the attack finally started, as, the attack started to begin, and, the Hokage was up against Orochimaru, as, well, Gaara, he isn't on a rampage, but, Naruto decided to jump into the arena, looking down at Gaara, saying, "You must be the one who took down Sasuke," as he cracks his neck, saying, "This shall be good." As Naruto and Gaara begin their fight, as Naruto uses his club, slamming the club straight through Gaara's defenses, hitting Gaara straight in the face, slamming him straight towards the ground, making a little crater. As Gaara sees blood coming from his head, as Gaara starts panicking, saying, my blood," as he repeats that over and over, as he yells, "My blood!" as Gaara's eyes change from his normal eyes to Shukaku's eyes, as Gaara began taking the transformation. As Naruto looks at Gaara, saying, "So, you're beginning your transformation already?" As Naruto spins his club in his hand, clenches it hard, as Gaara finishes his little transformation, as part of his head is covered with sand, and on his back he has a tail, the tail of Shukaku. As Naruto and Gaara begin their fight, as Gaara has now has an arm covered with sand, as Naruto and Gaara, throw an attack at each other, as Naruto uses his club, hitting Gaara, Gaara uses his attack, hitting Naruto, as both of them exchange blows, as Naruto is way more offensively stronger than Gaara, as, well, Naruto continues his attacks, and his attacks are more effective since he's more taller, and, he's more stronger and built like an absolute legend. So Naruto finishes this really easily. Sorry for the stuttering, but let me move. Finishes this really quickly, as, well, Gaara is absolutely getting handled, as Shukaku inside of Gaara is getting furious, saying, "This little brat," as Gaara, as Shukaku adds a lot more chakra to Gaara, as Gaara takes another transformation, as both sides of his head are covered with sand, his whole body, his other arm, and it's just leaving his legs open. As Gaara starts fighting Naruto even more, as Gaara is using a lot of Shukaku's techniques, but even so, Naruto evades and just blocks them with his club. As Naruto jumps up into the air, as Naruto doesn't even know what he's doing, but his hand basically turns a black color, as so does his club is already a blackish color, but it just gets a little more of a tint and a shade of color behind it, as Naruto's haki is purple, as, the black ornament haki that's covering his hand glows purple too, as so does his club, as Naruto heads straight down, saying, "Thunder Strike!" slamming that haki-filled power of his club straight towards Gaara's head, slamming him straight to the ground, as Gaara is right now incapacitated as a massive crater is created, as Shukaku is so confused, saying, "How was he able to do that?" But Shukaku breaks free, saying, "It doesn't matter, since I'll be free!" As Shukaku starts coming out of Gaara, as Shukaku starts rampaging, as Gaara is completely unconscious. He didn't cause this by using the possum jutsu. He was completely knocked out in the first place, so he's not going to be waking up. The only way Naruto can stop him is by taking him out. As Naruto looks at his hand, saying, "Insane. I've never felt so much power." As Naruto clenches his club and his fist, and does the same with his other hand, but this time Naruto uses ornament haki again on his right, not on his right, but his left hand, and it's covered with the same black and with a tint of purple with it too. As Naruto's confused, he doesn't even know what this is. And Naruto has a lot of willpower, and he activated this unconsciously. And Naruto won't be able to do this again, and this is just adrenaline that's helping him activate this. But anyways, we move as Naruto fights Gaara again. Well, Shikaku this time, as Shikaku's going on a bit of a rampage. As Naruto's trying, absolutely trying his best to beat Shikaku. As Naruto did break one of Shikaku's arms off, but it's not gonna help because he's made of sand. He can just grow that arm back using the sand of the earth. As Naruto is a little frustrated as he decides to say, "Fine, if you want to play that game, let's play that game." As Naruto transforms into the dragon, or the Azure dragon that he was, as Naruto blasts a fiery blast straight towards, Shikaku. Shikaku says no, as he, extends his hand out, makes a sand shield. That sand shield instantly melts and turns to glass, as Naruto finishes his fire blast, saying, "You won't last another hit." As Naruto decides to make, the Draco Meteor. Well, not the Draco Meteor, but, the small little fire blast, sending them towards, Shikaku. Shikaku makes a lot, gets hit by those blasts, but blocks one with his wind bullet. As, some parts of his body is turning into glass. As Shikaku tries to use his tail, but Naruto flies out of reach. As Naruto continues his onslaught of attacks against Shikaku and decides to use, his tornado attack when he spins around really fast. Yeah, he decides to use that attack. It does damage Shikaku effectively, as Naruto finishes Shikaku off with a fire blast again. But this time it's aimed towards his head, as Shikaku didn't have time to dodge, as he gets hit full force, as his face is like turning into legit glass with such heat as it's melting. As Gaara was knocked off the Shikaku sand thing, as Shikaku, a whole sand-looking Shikaku is basically just turned into melted glass. As Shikaku is still within Gaara, that was just a little sand structure. But Shikaku was defeated by Naruto instantly. As I think I'm gonna leave it off here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, but without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next What If scenario. Peace.